Hello YouTube, Mark Verheer here with a very nice video because I actually just opened up my browser and Facebook decided to give me my year in review. So yeah, I thought why the hell not share it with you guys. So here it is, and as you can see it starts with a very nice set of pictures that I took in San Francisco. I took a trip with the wife there in May, and here you can see me with Mr. Retro Gamer VX and Mrs. VX, because I also went to Replay this year in Manchester. So yeah, let's go take a look at what Facebook thinks are the most memorable moments of the year. And it all started out with a very nice winter morning. This was January 25th. Yeah, about a month from now, a year ago, we had our very nice snow on the fields, and a sun rising, and yeah, some great fog and stuff. So yeah, some beautiful winter vistas, I guess. And then Sony and Microsoft are going to shoot themselves in the foot with their new upcoming consoles. Well, I was ranting about it because by the looks of things, Sony and Microsoft were doing all the wrong things when it came to the new consoles. Luckily, Microsoft reverted their draconic DRM thingies, and of course Sony also did. So basically the systems are pretty much functioning like today's systems, with the games on media, physical media, which yeah, the market is not ready for digital downloads, because at the same time your consumer rights are far more limited when it comes to digital downloads. You can't get a refund, you can't resell the games, and yeah, the consoles having to be online all the time and stuff. So basically that was a big no-go area for me. They've changed a lot of things, and I think I may actually go for one of the newer systems in the new year. Yeah. So moving on to happy birthday to Maximum RD, which is February 11th. I made a little video for Mr. Maximum RD, and I guess in about 2 months' time he will be celebrating yet another year on this planet, and I believe he's 1 year my senior, perhaps 2. I think 1. He's from 69 if I'm correct. Perhaps he's from 68. Who will tell? Perhaps the man himself. And then micropayments. Yeah, of course. Micropayments. I really think micropayments and free-to-play games are ruining what is a good gaming experience. And introducing micropayments to full games, I think it's a big no-go. And yeah, let's not go there. Greedy motherfuckers. Whoops, sorry for that. And then digital distribution. Well, I think Facebook is right on the dot as well with this one. This is a little post about the iOS application that provided some classic TurboGrafx 16 games. It provided them, but forgot about all the licensing, and actually for 4 of the games they dropped the licensing and the licenses, and yeah, for some reason it is not possible to get R-Type, ImageFight, Vigilante or Ninja Spirit back on the system. And I actually moved iOS systems. I upgraded my phone, upgraded my iPad, and lo and behold, I couldn't download those 4 games while I still paid for them. So that's pretty crappy. DRM the wrong way, I say. Digital downloads the wrong way. And then April 13th, some light commentary work resulting in a nice stool. Yeah, you can find that on Facebook. There's quite a few of us that actually did some carpentry work, and yeah, I actually created my first stool ever. And then on May 11th, my birthday, we actually visited Fort Everdingen Fortress, a nice fortification built in 1846. It's a great fortification, and it's open to the public a couple of times a year. And May 11th, it was actually a public opening, and we got a tour, and yeah, it was just great. I got a nice set of photos from that, and even a couple of videos on my original YouTube channel marked for here. And then, oh yeah, heading back home from San Francisco. I'm always a bit on edge when I hop into a plane, and seeing the blue screen of death appear on the San Francisco messaging system in the airport is not necessarily the most, how do you say that, the most reassuring thing to happen. And there were some nasty robots also on the wall. So yeah. And then something I still have to make a video on, and that's the fact that I picked up a Jaguar. I picked that up in June from Mr. Atari, and a great set, a Jaguar Tempest and a couple of games, a controller and a SCART RGB lead. Plays the game beautifully, and I must say I'm very glad to own this system. I will expand on it in the coming year, but I still have to make a video on it, so can you believe that? And then, of course, yeah, Facebook is right on the dot as well. MSX 30th anniversary, June 28th. The MSX home computer system turned 30 this year, and I actually was demonstrating the VG8235, which is a Philips MSX2 machine, and also a Sony Hitbit machine with a very nice red floppy drive, and I believe the photos are in there as well. And let me see. Of course, Wii U pickups. I can't believe that Facebook actually made this highlight of the year, one of the highlights of the year. I guess because it were so many games at the same time, considering the limited, how do you say that, the limited library of the Wii U. I got, well, some famous game, Resident Evil, what is it, well, the game with the three, you know, what game, Tekken and Pikmin 3, so yeah, I still haven't played, I think I still haven't played this one, and these are still in the cellophane. No, this one I played actually, but yeah. So, and then of course one of the other highlights is the fact that there was a little calf born in the on the field behind our garden. We have some nice bovine neighbors, and yeah, me being a bovine aficionado, I can't help but just love these cows. And yeah, they have grown to know us, and we've been feeding them some nice fresh leaves from our willow tree. They are quite partial to that. And yeah, Bovine Neighbors are very cool. And then our first homegrown tomato, or tomato. Yeah, it's the world's biggest tomato ever grown in our backyard. It's the first homegrown tomato we ever grew, and I think they are of the cherry. What is it? The cherry tomato variety. Otherwise, things may look very grim if these are supposed to be normal-sized tomatoes. But yeah, and then got a package from Canada. Tony Cruz. Oh wait, yeah, Tony Cruz, also known as Electric Adventures. He actually released a very nice series of classic games on a cartridge, and I actually got the prototype cartridge, but I also, from him as a gift, because I was one of the beta testers, but I also ordered the original release, and that's actually from Canada, so I got a package from Canada. A very nice reproduction card that comes in a box that actually looks like an original ColecoVision release, so very nice. And then moving down, it says Easter Island, your desktop heads of Easter Island. The wife actually got me these from her visit to London. She bought them at the British Museum, and yeah, they're awesome. I have them sitting on my desktop as we speak, and yeah, a great set of Easter Island heads, and a must-have geek present, I guess. Very much worth having on the desk. And then, of course, Play Expo 2013. I was actually in Manchester this year, and we were enjoying some of the talks, and Michael Reed, we met him at Replay as well. He actually doctored up this photograph as we actually were looking at Andy Cooper at Synth Monkey's photograph on the big screen. He was there. Well, he was not. He's the guy who actually houses our little Minecraft server that we have been known to game on for a good number of years now. So kudos to Andy and kudos to Michael Reed for doing that. And here you can see me sporting a cow shirt with Retro Gamer VX and Mrs. VX, and there's a nice set of bold heads, and then of course a regular female head, and the same inclination is with me and the wife. And look at the wife, she is sporting a nice Triforce there. And yeah, let's move on. Oh man, English, very hard language. Sunset in rural France. Yeah, we were in France, October 24th, and yeah, we always have a great set of sunsets, and there, and yeah, this was a set of them, and I guess Facebook decided that was a highlight of the year, and it must be because actually our neighbor may actually be putting up some fences at this spot, so next year we may actually be looking at some walls and some fences, because they are very happy to completely zone off their property, which is of course they have all the right to, but it will ruin our little views of the valley over there. But well, there's other views to have. So and yay, this is cool. November 8th. As you can see, this is my 2600, a bit dusty. It's my Darth Vader model. I got that from Mr. Atari, and it's been modded with composite video, so it outputs an incredible. Oh, and people are poking me. It's an incredible machine, and I always was playing games with these little pads, and they came with Atari Junior style 2600, and I believe also the Atari 7800 actually came with a set of pads like this. The little stick screws off, so you actually have a cross-haired thumb pad or a stick and two action buttons. They're not very nice to play with. I prefer a joystick, and this actually was the joystick that I have been looking for a couple of years now, actually. I think about 2 years, but they hardly ever come up in the Netherlands, and well, I wasn't looking very hard. I wasn't looking all the time, but every time I was in a retro event or something, I started to look for them, but I never ever saw them. So I'm wondering if the Atari flashback systems, if they actually offer, they seem to be coming with joysticks like this as well, reproductions perhaps. I'm not sure if they are wired in or if they use the 9-pin connector, because if they do, you can actually use those joysticks on the 2600, and well, them being a bit newer may even be a lot better, but this is a very great joystick. I got this from Maximum RD, a very nice package he sent me. Glad it's in there, the package not, but glad the joystick is in there. And as you can see, I'm all set now because I also have a set of paddles, so I can play all these great Atari 2600 games, and I've got quite a few. So, well, it's getting there, I guess. December 1st, yeah, I found this online. It's a Christmas wish list, new style, 2013 style. As you can see, it's a kid's Christmas wish list for Santa, and instead of listing the item, they actually put down the Amazon bookmark with in all its entirety. It's actually a real bookmark because I believe one of the commenters actually found out what it was, and they also showed us that this can actually be deleted because this is actually the main item. These are navigational links that are added to the URL, but yeah, it's great. Kids sending Santa their favorite URLs or their favorite wishlist items through a URL. And then this, and I guess this is what the year ends with. So no super moment, I guess, but yeah, I got this NTSC Sony Playstation from the Crow. Very generous gift with a couple of American games, and I guess yeah, this really shows my love for the system, because the Sony PlayStation was actually the console that truly got me back into gaming, console gaming. I'd been a PC gamer ever since the Commodore 64. I moved on to the PC. I was programming it, and on the XT, and later on the PC. I did have some consoles. I always had a Famicom and Super NES on the side, but those weren't the games I played the most. I actually played PC games the most for the longest time. But then the upgrade hassle became too much, and that actually was basically when the PlayStation came around. Ease of use, and yeah, games that actually looked very, very nice. And well, yeah, perhaps the voodoo graphics of the PC at the time that I was gaming with actually surpassed the looks of the PlayStation a bit, and actually it became possible to emulate the PlayStation on the PC or on the Mac. But yeah, this actually was my go-to system for a long time. I really love the look, the gray slab, the design, the old original non-dual shock controllers. Yeah, great system, and thanks to Crow, I am able to play quite a few of my games. I actually have a small selection of NTSC games. I have a nice selection of those games that I'm able to play on 60 Hertz, and I actually have a TV set that I used to play my PAL PlayStation on, which actually is a 13-inch Sony Trinitron, and I hooked up the PlayStation over RGB. So yeah, and Facebook concludes by wishing us a very happy New Year, very happy New Year, and I guess they're right. A very happy New Year indeed. So, well, that's it. My highlights of the years, the 20th biggest moments on Facebook this year. I'm very curious, what are your favorite biggest moments on Facebook this year? Mark signing off, and I'll be back with another video soon.